Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, our work in Congress during these final weeks of 2012 is focused on the fiscal cliff. We're worried, and rightly so, about what it means to our economy, to our future, to the daily lives right now of hardworking Americans who are in all too many cases already struggling to make ends meet. Like the mother in Carmel, New York, who told me her kids are going to have to limit their sports activities because she's having trouble finding the money to fill her gas tank a couple of times a week. I came to Congress 2 years ago to help that mom who's doing all she can just to get by. She cares for her family, she has a job, and she's a taxpayer. She's in the middle class, and she's being squeezed from all sides. And she knows that even though she has to set a budget, the federal government hasn't been able to do that, and that's why we're facing the fiscal cliff. The federal government has been spending her hard-earned tax dollars like water, running trillion-dollar deficits year after year. She's angry, and she has every right to be angry. So what are we going to do about it? Lately, we've heard a lot of talk about raising revenues, but not nearly enough talk about bringing the federal government down to the right size, about matching spending to the resources we have, about balancing the federal budget. Oh, we hear about a balanced approach, but that's just a way of saying we need to increase taxes. Actually, we don't need to increase taxes. The best thing we could do would be to not increase taxes. The best thing we can do is to raise revenues by making our economy as healthy and strong as it can be. That means we need to help our businesses grow and hire. That's become way too hard to do in the past couple of years. A businessman in Dutchess County, New York, told me that he's going to have to limit the number of employees he has to less than 50 so that he won't be subject to penalties under the 2010 health law. So right now, the federal government is keeping him from offering jobs. That hurts the people who need jobs and who would be happy to be on a payroll where they'd be putting their own contributions into Social Security and Medicare. Increasing taxes means less growth and fewer jobs, and that's not balanced. 3 years ago, I made a pledge to oppose tax increases. I made that pledge to the citizens I serve and to no one else, and I made it because tax increases will hurt them. When Jen, the owner of Petite Cuisine in Warwick, New York, tells me that the best thing I can do for her small business is give her a break from high taxes, I believe her. I ran for Congress to help Jen and all the small business people like her who are the engines of job creation. I ran for Congress to help all the people who need employers like Jen to hire them. These good people deserve better than temporary fixes that mean we lurch from one crisis to the next. They deserve a plan that solves our economic problems for the long term. They deserve a plan that goes beyond politics and shows a commitment to putting the federal government on a budget and on track to eliminate our crushing debt. That respects our citizens' right to enjoy the fruits of their labor and to spend and save and invest as they see fit, which is the best way to grow the economy and add jobs. And that allows each of them, regardless of their station in life, or where they live, or their ethnic background, or their gender, to use their energy, talent, and common sense as free people in a nation that must remain the strongest in the world, which it simply cannot be if it is drowning in debt. I'm here to fight for what's best for my constituents, every one of them, today and every day, in every single way I can. I am here to serve them and not any party or ideology. My constituents' future extends far beyond any election. They deserve that future to be as secure and prosperous as it can be. And it surely can be if we in Congress and the White House can have the courage to move forward together in a spirit of true cooperation. I stand ready to do that, and I stand with the people of the Hudson Valley. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.